You're raving with RWR. Fabulous songwriters from Belgium and beyond, the lowlands, the highlands, and far across the pond. On Instagram and Facebook too, you can follow, like, and share. Please hit subscribe and join the tribe from the comfort of your chair. You're raving with RWR. Welcome everybody to episode number 78 of Raving with RWR here. My live stream series here dedicated to singer-songwriters from Belgium and beyond on my YouTube channel, Songs from the RWR Room. I hope everyone's doing fine and well. It is episode 78 and it is Wednesday, the 10th of March. I hope you're all fine and well. If it is your first time to watch on YouTube and you're new to the channel or haven't already done so, please consider hitting that subscribe button down there for me, folks. Helps me to build the channel and get the songs out there. If you don't mind, if you're watching on Facebook, it should be streaming there live to Facebook. Please give the Facebook page a like and a follow too. You'll find Instagram there as well, at the RWR Room, same name. Tonight's stream is brought to us, as always, courtesy of the great people of G-Sharp Guitars, the world's finest travel electric guitars, Norwegian invented guitars. Check them out there in the links below. I do have a PayPal link there as well. Anybody who'd like to support the channel financially can do so via the PayPal link. You can also have a look at the shop at therwrroom.com. You'll find lots of goodies in there. So we've got a few live viewers, which is great to see. My guest tonight is Sofia Ekberg over there in Sweden, and we'll be going to Sofia in a second. Stephen, Mr. Good Mojo is there. Good Val, he's fluent in Swedish just tonight. Chris is there from Germany too. Hello there, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you all for tuning in. If you have questions or comments, please drop them up there on Facebook or YouTube, and I'll drag them in there, and you can say hello to Sophie or I as we go along. So yeah, that's all the advertising done, I believe, and out of the way. So without further ado, let's go over to Gothenburg, I believe, and say hi to Sofia Ekberg.
Hi.
There she is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Stephen and Chris as well. Was that?
Stephen and Chris so far, yeah. Stephen
Yes.
is speaking Swedish here. Good kval.
That's nice.
To you.
Good evening to you as well.
Yeah. How are you doing, Sofia? It's great.
I'm good. Yes, I'm really happy. I'm having a happy time at the moment, but I'm a little bit tired. But I guess also the spring is coming, so I feel a little bit of a nerve to life again, which is nice.
Absolutely. Are you a school teacher over there?
Yes, I teach. I'm a musician, but I'm also teaching songwriting and stage presence and creative writing and stuff like that. So so I do both teaching and playing. But now in those Corona times, it's been more teaching and less, playing live gigs and stuff.
Yes, of course. Sweden did things a little differently than the rest of the world during this lockdown time. Was that good or bad for you over there? How did you find that lockdown time? You were quite free to roam around and to work freely and openly, were you?
We were, and we still are in a way. I mean, it's all built on trust, that people go out and they keep the distance and they sort of behave with some kind of a good way of according to restrictions.
Yeah, exactly. They just try to do things safely and with concern.
And for quite a while, we could actually do live gigs with 50 people in the audience, and it was just recently that they took it down to 8 people. So now it's like kind of impossible to do gigs if you only have 8 in the audience.
It's a bit strange.
So commercial,
no, a bit strange. And did you do any of this? I love your cup, by the way.
Thank
Cheers.
you. It's yes, this is probably coffee. This is probably coffee.
Yeah. This is actually tea, believe it or not. For the moment.
Yeah.
We're going to say there about, you said that so you're teaching, you're part-time teaching and then the gigs. Were you doing lots of gigs up to sort of last year, Sophia, before the real lockdown kind of began, or?
Yes, a bit. I work with different projects. I also have I have my own music, which we will be talking about more.
We will.
But I also play with a trio called My Quiet Companion, and we do live gigs. We did a lot of live gigs, also playing shows with original material, but also with like different cover songs. Like we did a Springsteen show, and we did an 80s song, 80s a concert with 80s songs as well, which
Lovely.
was easier to get some gigs with. So I think I played about 20 to 50, 60 gigs a year, maybe.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And now
That's great.
I'm just going to put this on because I forgot to put my
computer on absolutely charge. Do that. In case we said bye-bye, suddenly you're gone.
We checked all the technique, but not the battery, So
that's right. Yeah, we did. We tested everything. We did sound checks. Everything. And then suddenly the battery. Yeah, it happened before to a couple of people. We were kind of caught on the spot, but but that's okay. We'll make sure we have power anyway. That's good. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. I'm looking at some comments over here as well. Maria Little as well there. Hello. Hi, Maria. Thank you for joining. Maybe a friend of yours, Veronica, is there.
Veronica. Hi.
Hi, Veronica. Thank you for tuning in. Lovely to see you. Eric is there as well. Eric Backer from the Netherlands, I believe. Hello, Eric. How are you doing, sir? Great to see you all. Thank you all very much as well for tuning in and for leaving comments up there. Yeah, absolutely. Just covered all of those bases. Did you embrace any of this sort of streaming thing during lockdown? Did you do any live streaming, or did you kind of take a step away from all of that kind of madness? Yeah,
I took a step away because I'm not that kind of a technique person, really. So, and I did a lot of live streaming at my school because the students they wanted to perform, and we sorted it out with hiring people to do good technique so we could make concerts online. But I have not done it personally, no. But I would like to do some in the future if this doesn't stop.
Yeah,
I will have to find a way. I love this platform. It's really cool. Maybe I will try this one.
StreamYard is great. It's served me well now. I've done a lot of streams with StreamYard. It started off, I used to do a lot of streaming myself directly to Facebook and YouTube, but it tends to eat up a lot of computer power and internet. But broadcasting through StreamYard is very cool. There are links, of course, below to anybody who's interested in StreamYard can check what it's all about down there in the links below. By all means, it's it's free. You can have the free platform. You can choose to have a paid one where you can kind of put up your own logos and stuff on it. But it's really nice.
That's cool.
It's really nice. I love the StreamYard, and especially for guests, bringing up people. Of course, it's ideal.
Yeah.
For the guest
also
thing.
For like people who come from, I have a lot of friends in the States, and they do a lot of streaming. As they don't have so much of a support system for artists as well, so they have to get the money coming in, and it's given them an opportunity to see a lot of their gigs, which is really cool.
Yes, it is great. It's great for that.
Nice. Yeah, it's great for that.
It's great. It sure is great for that. But again, a lot of some of the musicians I speak to here, especially during this time in particular, they either kind of bury themselves really deeply in more work and songwriting and really kind of lock themselves away and kind of bury themselves away, or they take a step back and just kind of, for the first time in maybe their life or maybe ever, they realize that they've had a chance to take a step back from the music business and to take a breath, which is not a bad thing either, because as you know, being a full-time musician and songwriter, you're always booking gigs, you're touring, you're trying to make albums, it's go. There's never sort of a cessation to it. So I think for a lot of people I speak to, they found this a good time as well to take a little bit of time to take a breather from the whole rat race of the music business too, which I don't think is a bad thing. But you have your teaching, of course, as a backup as well, I guess, have you?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And also because I like it. I'm not a teacher because I think I've always wanted to, do both, because I think it's nice to play and write songs, but I love teaching as well, for real. I mean, I'm not a teacher because I have to.
Yes.
But I really like it, and they're like songwriting students, and they grown ups. They're from 19 to up to 40 years old. So they take a year to do songwriting, which is like really stimulating environment to be in as well.
You're probably a natural teacher too. I think a lot of teachers who love teaching are natural teachers. They gravitate towards it because they feel very comfortable in
nice.
that environment.
I hope. Yeah.
Yeah. But you seem to love it. You're in Gothenburg now, are you? But you didn't grow up. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in a small village called Bottnaryd, which is in it's called Småland, the county of Småland, which is a bit more further south in the middle of Sweden than from Gothenburg. Gothenburg is on the coast. And then I lived in a city called Jönköping also when I was a teenager, and when I was 18 I moved to Gothenburg.
And what was your teenage life like in the music scene? Were you already writing songs then, or playing any gigs, or did it happen later for you?
I started very early with music. I played the guitar from when I was 5. I've always loved guitars. I don't know why. When I was 5, I wanted a guitar for my birthday, and I got one, and it was really big,
5.
you know.
Yeah, of course.
And I was in Sunday school because there was the village I lived in was really Christian, you know. So the only way you could play guitar was to go to Sunday school. So I was in Sunday school trying to learn to play the guitar, and then I started to go busking for the neighbors really early. I loved doing that. So I think the troubadour thing was really, you know, my thing from very young age. And I'm not gonna it's just I want to make the story a little shorter, and then I started to play the guitar, and after that I came into musical theater. So that's where I put my I trained as a musical theater performer, both in Sweden and England, and I did some shows I worked professionally for about 6 years doing that.
Did you say England? Did you say in England as well?
Yeah, both Sweden and England.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I actually discovered the songwriting when I was in England, because I started to go to open stages and played my songs and stuff. And when I moved back to Sweden, I had some problems with my voice. I wrecked my voice from singing in musicals.
Oh wow!
So I couldn't sing for many years, and then after a while, I started to do sound healing and trying to get back to the voice in many ways. And then after that, my songwriting exploded, and I found a way back to the voice. And then I started to do music again. And that was about 15 years ago. So there was a bit of an up and down road.
Yeah, so it kind of went away and came back again.
So when I was a teenager, I think I did a lot of musical theater and dancing as well as I played the guitar. But that was more like a performing thing for me at the time. The songwriting came a bit later.
A bit later. It was 2014, I think, when we met for the first and last time. We were in Gothenburg, and I was doing the Copenhagen Songwriting Festival as you were. Yeah. Lovely times over there. Met so many great people, Brett Perkins and lots of great folks. I was doing this. Sorry?
Yeah, you go. Sorry.
I was just saying, I was doing this Kaiser Capo workshop as well, and you came into the classes, and did you? And you liked that? Did you continue on doing a little bit of shortcut Capo playing after that?
I think I wrote a few songs, and then I totally forgot about it. And then when I got back to it again, I was like, oh my God, I can't remember how to do it. But I have it, and I think sometimes I would like to write some more songs doing that. Yeah, because it's really inspiring to, because I write some songs in different tunings, but because you have to bring a few guitars for the gigs, and it's so messy because you have to tune. So the partial thing is really a nice solution.
It can be handy. Yes, it can be handy for going into open tuned moments just without having to detune the guitar. Absolutely, yes. Hence the name, the Shortcut Capo. Yeah, but I remember we had a great workshop. We just had, it was a lovely time. A lovely time in Gothenburg. Yeah, it really was. A week or so. I think I was doing. I don't know. Were you on the Gotland singer-songwriter retreat as well, or did you just come up?
Yes, I was there. Not the same year as you.
Not the same year.
I've been there twice in Gotland. It was one of my first retreats when I started to write songs again. Yeah.
Yeah, Annika Failing, of course. She's on the show in 10 days time or so, I think. Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, she's coming on to talk to me as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But we'll talk about songwriting and co-writing. You have a brand new single out and an album on the way. Tell us about the brand new single. It's only out like a day or two. I think you launched it on International Women's Day, did you?
I did release the song a little bit earlier, but there was a video coming out the 8th of March, which was the Women's Day. Yes, and this single is really special for me because it was it's a very important subject that I've been thinking about a lot. Because I spend a lot of time with a bit older friends. They're about 10 or 15 years older than me. Yes. And many of my friends have told stories about, how when they become a bit older, how the world treats them as invisible. They feel like there's like a layer, in front of them, and they don't know what's happening.
Are you speaking about female friends now, or male, or both?
The female friends have told
mainly female friends.
Yeah. But when you start talking about it, I mean, you can also find male friends that can relate. And also, I found that Cohen also wrote about this actually in a poem or a song. He says that first you become invisible, and then you become. I can't remember it now. I didn't prepare this quotation.
I know it might come back to you after the song too.
Yeah, it might come back. I'll check it out when you play the song. Yeah. Anyway, this subject is very dear to me, and I wanted to find a way to write about it. And then I have this actor friend, and she had a talk with her agent. And he told her, now when you're over 50, you have to be more ugly. You have to go for the ugly things. And she was like, my God, aren't we supposed to be more beautiful now?
Yes.
And that was a really nice line, especially in Swedish. We are more beautiful now. Vi är vackrare nu. So I just found a way into the song. And then it became a song about, ageism and how that we should celebrate that, we're more beautiful now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ageism is not a nice thing. No,
it's not. And it's a hidden area. It's not talked about so much, but it's coming up to the conversation now, which I think is really good.
It's fabulous. Yeah. We'll give the song a play.
Yes.
It's a brand new single. It's a lovely song. We've got 3 songs in Swedish tonight and 1 in English coming up, folks. But this is the brand new single from Fia Ekberg. People kind of call you Fia instead of Sofia, do they? So we
do.
We'll call you Fia Ekberg.
Please, Fia. Yes, it's
and good. Say the title of the song for me again.
Vackrare nu.
What she said, folks.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
We're more beautiful now. Enjoy the song.
We're
more beautiful now. We'll see you in a few minutes, and we'll have some more chat with Fia Ekberg, folks. Yeah.
See you.
Jag lärde känna dig när jag var liten. Du hade vågigt hår och läppglans och var det vackraste jag sett. Du ville mest av alla. Man kunde nästan ta på kraften från din kropp. Du sa, vi ska inte bli som andra. Inte bry oss, inte sätta alla gränser för varandra. Vi ska till stjärnorna. Vi ska regera. Vi ska älska massor och leva. En kväll träffade jag dig ut på lokal. Du skämtar om din ålder, att det mesta redan är för sent. Those were the days, det var bättre förr. Och du pratar om att äta bättre, träna bättre, vara bättre. Surdegsbröd, kombucha-recept och hipsterdans som i trans. Men du skäms i smyg för att de flesta på stället är mer än 20 år yngre än du. Och du försöker dansa som en docka fast du har blivit tyngre. För din nya tunga rytm duger inte. Och du är rädd, så rädd för osynligheten. För du har känt den på bussen, i mötesrummet, i föreningslokaler. På alla ställen där du alltid varit någon att räkna med. Någon som syns, som är något i andras ögon. Nu flackar de med blickarna. Fast du har samma lyskraft, säger bättre saker, kan och vill och vågar mycket mer än någonsin. Och du skäms. Mest av allt så skäms du för att du faktiskt bryr dig. Men du är vackrare nu. Om du bara kunde se hur du lyser upp jorden som du går på, som vi står på. Jag vill bli som du. Du är vackrare nu. Varje får har spår av allt du tänkt, allt du älskat, mist och drömt. Jag vill bli som du. går ut en promenad i regnet, ser en kvinna på gatan, en äldre kvinna tänker jag. Möter hennes blick, ser att vi snart är lika gamla, att jag är hon och hon är jag. Och ingenting har ändrats och allting har förändrats. Hur världen ser oss, hur världen lyssnar, eller snarare inte ser oss, inte hör oss längre. Hon ser att jag ser henne och jag ser att hon ser mig. Och vi ser att vi båda vet att det är nya regler nu. Det är nya regler nu. Plötsligt ska det inte vara obekvämt, skrika högt, inte bli full, inte prata om att ligga alls faktiskt. Det är bara patetiskt över 50. Och klimakteriet, ingen bryr sig om mysteriet, ritualen som inte leder till något bra, nej. Men jag ser ju stjärnorna i dig. En liten flicka, tonåring, kanske mamma, fru, älskarinna, syster, partner, svärmor, kanske mormor snart. Och du är allting på en gång. Och du förstår oss alla andra som ingen annan, för du har varit i alla lägen minst en gång. Och du drömmer och du vill och du står aldrig still, bara när du måste vila ett tag. Varför är nog det som ändrats? Att den måste vila ett tag och stänga av alla rösterna. Men du, vi är vackrare nu. Bara se hur vi lyser upp jorden som vi står på, som ni går på. Allt är bättre nu, vi är vackrare nu. Varje rynka som en karta, en ny stad där en kan bo, ha ett hem och drömma nu. Du är vackrare nu, bara se hur du lyser upp jorden som du går på, som vi står på. Allt är bättre nu, du är vackrare nu. Varje får av spår av allt du tänkt, allt du älskat, mist och drömt. Och jag vill bli som du. Jag vill bli som du.
Vaxla Nu. There's a lot of beauty in that video, and congratulations on that single, Fia. It's absolutely beautiful, and what a lovely video as well.
I think these women, the women are so beautiful in this. They just shine. I love it. It's really cool.
I love it too. Yeah, it is. And I know some of our listeners won't understand every word tonight, of course, but it's not the point. There's music being an international language. It's lovely. It's lovely to hear Swedish songs. I'm so used to hearing, songwriters singing in in English here, but it's great for a change to hear songs, passionate songs in another language. So it's great. It's great. What part of England were you in at the time? We spoke about it earlier on, and do you remember which part? And what was it like over there for you?
I lived in England. I lived in London. I moved to London to go to performance college. That's why I ended up in London.
Ah, I see.
So I lived there for 3 years, and then I also had some jobs in different regions. I spent some time in Colchester as well, which was so I was in a theatre company there for a few months, and then but most of the time I spent in London. Yeah.
Ah, right. And how does it? Well, you're back in Gothenburg many years now. Is there a? Would you say there's a strong songwriting scene there, or has it gotten better or worse over the years? What would you think?
Yeah, I think the songwriting community is not so strong as, for example, in Denmark, where I've been a bit as well. There's a really strong songwriting community.
Yeah.
In Gothenburg, if you compare it, I think the songwriting community is divided into different parts. Like if you are into more folky music, like playing more old tunes and not writing your own material but performing folky songs, and then there's some kind of singer-songwriters, and then there's also like people who do more production and also world music, and they're all like, I think it's more divided into different communities,
categories and communities.
But I think also we start to form things when we I run a lot of courses, and I know many friends also do, and it's spreading that you want to have like song circles, and you want to meet up and co-write and stuff. But I think many people write songs in production companies, more like a songwriting team, and
right.
I think that's more common as well. It's coming more with younger people who are better doing recordings and stuff as well.
Okay, so more like from the point of view of maybe pitching songs to other
artists. Yes,
exactly. Mm-hmm. Because I know, if you look at what's that big hit for was it Natalie Imbruglia, and there was lots of pop artists. I know they draw a lot of their material from the Swedish scene.
Yes.
A lot of big pop songs and pop bands, rock bands came out of Sweden, of course. And I know a lot of the bigger production companies, for the bigger stars, they tend to, I can't think of any of the big names of the songwriters, maybe you can, who write in Sweden specifically for this pop market.
Yes.
And so I think it's a very strong scene from that point of view. I don't know about the actual live venue scene, or if that's if that's strong there. Are there plenty of open mics? Are there plenty of cafes and concerts to play?
There are a few places. And there's a few open stages for people to start off, doing their own songs and stuff. Yeah, there are some live gigs to do for songwriters as well here. Yes.
You've done a fair bit of co-writing in your life. Is that something you enjoy, or do you do it more for the challenge, or how do you feel about co-writing?
I love co-writing. I think it's really special. I remember the first time I did some co-writing, it was on a retreat in Denmark. And I was so surprised because I got paired up with this girl. I was like 38, 39 at the time, age-wise. And this girl, she was 21. And I was thinking, my God, I want to write with someone older. I don't want to write with her. And she looked at me and she said, my God, I don't want to write with her. But then we started to write. And we had this magic going, and it was like we were so inspired, and we just wrote a lot of songs, and
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and we've been friends since that, and I think it's nice for the songwriting, but it's also nice because you really connect with people on a deeper level, which I'm really interested in, rather than doing this superficial networking. You build contacts that are for real, and I think that's really, really special. I love that.
You love it.
Yeah,
although
I love it.
Of course, it's a different discipline, of course, than writing alone.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Danny Guinan last week about it too. About sometimes it can go wrong in the sense that some people who co-write feel that the work becomes a little bit diluted. I don't know if you have had that happen to you, where you've maybe finished a song and you kind of step back from it a bit and kind of realize, this could have been better had I done it myself. I certainly felt that way sometimes about it.
I think it depends on how important you want it to become. I think if you dare to be vulnerable together and dig for the meaning and what you really want to say, then it can be important. But it could also be a bit superficial, like, we let's do this song, and we don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes it becomes really deep and important, and sometimes it becomes shallow, I think. Yeah,
but it can go the other way too, where you
can go both ways. Yes,
it can. Where you can end up with a much stronger song than the one you started out with as a writing yourself. I just noticed Chris put up a couple of people here on screen as well. Thanks, Chris. He said Backyard Babies, the Helicopters, Dragon, Nick Dorsey. Yeah, you know all those names. Yes. Chris is like a German encyclopedia of Swedish music.
Perfect.
No, it's great. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate those samples. That's absolutely that's what we want to hear.
Yeah,
so
and also, thank you for the comments as well. I got some really nice comments from you guys after the video. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've got people on the show here. Absolutely lovely comments and from great folks. The other song, next song I want to play is, and I won't be able to say it, is Så fint, is so lovely, so fine.
Yeah.
At vakna sen. Is that close?
Yeah, that's close. Yeah.
So fine, so fint at vakna sen. You say it properly.
Yeah, så fint att vakna sen.
That's see, I was almost exact. And you said this song was written for or about your mum.
Yes, it was. It's a song about a small girl, which is me. Yes, in the song, and a mother, and it's about growing up with her. And I think I wrote it at the point when my mum was becoming a little bit ill. I mean, and she later had Alzheimer's, but I didn't know at the time.
Oh, wow.
And then it was I just thought a lot about the things that she had taught me that I really appreciate, and one thing that she taught me that I really love is that it's also possible. It's always possible to start again if things go wrong and it doesn't work out. We can always start again, and we keep working and we keep moving until it becomes good. And I think that's really cool. And the line "Så fint att vakna sen," it comes from when we were often moving houses, me and my mom, and she loved to put new wallpaper on the walls, like we paint and we make all the decorations, and we have to finish before we go to bed because it's so nice to wake up in the morning, to wake up to this new fresh home. and that's the line, "Så fint att vakna sen." It will be so nice to wake up.
It would be lovely to wake up and see this
yes,
newness and what we did the day before.
Yeah, this new life. We wake up to this new life, and we keep trying, and maybe it's better next time. And then we keep trying, and we do it again, and we do it again. And I think I've learned that from her, and that's really cool thing to have got from a mother. I think
it's fantastic. Is she still with us?
No, unfortunately not. But wait, I have a photo of her here. It just happened. I didn't plan this, but it was like it's a really nice.
She's looking down at you. Oh, she's a beautiful woman. Look at her.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll put you on full screen there for that. She's beautiful, yes.
She's called Kerstin. That's
Kerstin. Well, Kerstin, this is for you, Kerstin. Tusen tack, Kerstin. And we'll play this in her memory right now.
Yes.
And let's give it a spin. And we'll be back in a few minutes for some more chat with Fia Ekberg. A lovely song dedicated to her mama.
Liten mamma bor i byn där allting stannat kvar, allting fastnat som det är. Liten flicka lär sig mycket, äkta är hon inte, tycker de som äger sanningen. Men hon är Kerstins dotter. När de pratar i affären så vänder hon på huvudet och går. Och Kerstin köper hem tapet. De flyttar då och då. För någonstans i livet måste man få luft ifrån. De börjar om igen. Kanske ska de trivas sen. De tapserar in till morgonen. För det blir så fint att vakna sen. Liten flicka ser en mamma som ska sluta röka varje dag. Men inget blir som det var tänkt. Liten flicka hör en mamma gråta mitt i luften full av rök. För där bor ensamheten. Och hon är Kerstins dotter. Och hon undrar hur han var. Han som gav så mycket kärlek då. Men Kerstin köper blommor. På balkongen ska de stå. Och hon pratar gott om kärlek. Även som man inte får. De börjar om igen. Kanske ska de trivas sen. De planterar in till morgonen. För det blir så fint att vakna sen. Vuxen flicka älskar mycket. Snubblar till och ramlar hårt och tungt. Och faller långt, långt ner. Vuxen flicka lär sig mycket. Borde stannat kvar, så tycker de som vaktar kärleken. Men hon är Kerstins dotter. Och hon vet när hon ska gå. När det är dags att flytta någonstans. Och flickan köper målarfärg. Ska måla i orange. Men Kerstins ljus i magen, det finns alltid kvar någonstans. Hon börjar om igen. Kanske ska hon trivas sen. Hon målar in till morgonen. För det blir så fint att vakna sen. Hon börjar om igen. Kanske ska hon trivas sen. Hon målar in till morgonen. För det blir så fint att vakna sen. Det blir så fint att vakna sen. Det blir så fint att vakna.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And are you always that happy at the beach? Do you always do that every time you go out? You don't walk down the streets of Gothenburg spinning around? No?
Always.
Always,
no.
every day.
No, I'm not really a beach person, actually. I wait very long until I get into the water. But I sit in the shade and just chill with a book.
It's a very feel-good video, actually. It's really lovely.
Yeah.
Really is.
And it's actually filmed in the village where I grew up, which is really nice.
Which is wonderful. Lovely tribute to your mum as well then. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And thank you, Stephen, for that lovely comment as well there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh, that's nice.
Sweet of you. Yeah, he can be sweet. I know him well, so he's pretending. He pretends here on YouTube to be a nice man. Yeah, he does.
It's a good forum to pretend, isn't it?
It's very good. Yeah, he's easy to hide behind his keyboard and
yes,
a nice
perfect.
Way. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stephen. I love you really. Do you are all? By the way, the last two songs, Trond is here. Hi, Trond.
Hello, Trond.
Lovely to see you, sir. The production is really good on those songs. Do you work on these yourselves? Do you have somebody helping you with that side of things? A record label? Or are you completely independent? How does that side work for you, Sophie?
Yeah, it's been different. This one, the previous song about my mother, it was. I did that with my trio with Patrick Rudman and Henrik Cederblom. They're part of my trio.
We'll have that song from them in a moment.
Yeah.
But I might put a website up there now. Yeah, they're quite
yes. And we actually met when we did this album, and so we play with guitars and harmonies, and we have a bit of bass and some different guitars, and Henrik also has a studio, so that's where we recorded that one, and it was recorded mostly live. That
was it?
Yeah, And then the first song I've been working a lot about on myself. I learned to record. I did a course in Logic production.
Logic Pro, did you?
Yeah. So
nice
I did.
Nice
yeah. So I did a lot of sketches myself for that album and the IDs, and then I took my IDs to my producer Patrick, who's a friend also in my companion.
Patrick Ridman, brilliant musician too. Yeah.
And he helped me to do the production. So I think it was like a co-op. I mean, we did a collaboration together to make the sound, but it was all my IDs, which it was really nice because it feels like it's really my album, and my IDs that sort of came to life and stuff, and that's cool.
Absolutely, and of course the upside, of course, of doing your own production, at least being able to put down your own ideas, kind of drive the song and the production in the way that you kind of feel it yourself. Even at a very beginner stage, but it's great, isn't it great to have such control over all of that instead of depending on someone else to record little pieces of demos and that.
Yes, I mean I don't have complete control yet, but I'm working on it. So it's But also then I've had this new album. I also have a record label which is helping me to get it out. It's called Cacophone Records, actually.
Lovely.
I can put it also in the chat, so you can put it on the screen later if you want.
Yeah, please do that during the next video. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll give them a plug. Absolutely.
Yeah. And also the first record, I had some kind of distribution with a record label to help me with Spotify and things like that.
Yes.
And now you can do everything by yourself now, but I also like to get some help with things and get some other people to, just to get you sorted out a bit.
Of course, it's always nice to have somebody on your team. A few people on your team that can push things for you in the right direction. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As you said, you can do so much on your own, but you don't want to be doing it all on your own if you can.
No, it's boring.
It is, and especially people that with a bit of power within the music industry. It's always very good to have them on your side. Yeah, absolutely is. Very, very important. Very important. But my quiet companion then is the trio with Patrick. I don't think I met Patrick. I know of Patrick through his songwriting and his work, through with you and that. And Patrick Ridman, maybe we'll come on and do a raving with Rua.
Yeah.
One of these days.
I'm sure
I'd love to have a chat with him. Yeah, he seems like an interesting man as well, and has lots of great ideas and great songs. A great songwriter. He's a great songwriter. Absolutely. Bottom line, he's a great songwriter. Did you write a lot of stuff with Patrick as well as produce?
I didn't write so many. I've written a lot of songs with Patrick, but we have never, did anything. We never did anything with them. But we have played each other's songs a lot, and we played in the trio, and then we also have made some tours as a duo, me and Patrick, and played different venues and stuff. So he's like a bit of like a brother to me.
Yes, absolutely.
Really cool.
Yeah, cool. We're going to have a song from my quiet companion in a moment. What kind of, when you were touring sort of prior to all this craziness, did you do a lot of European tours? Were you mainly around Sweden, Scandinavia? What was your kind of touring life like up to now?
Yeah, with the trio, we have toured in Sweden a lot. And we play in different theaters, and sometimes smaller venues, sometimes it's more like a theater venue, and then we did a bit of house concerts as well.
Lovely.
And then I've toured a little bit myself with my songs in different countries. Like I did a tour in the States, 2017. I did a tour in California, going from Portland down to Los Angeles.
Lovely.
And then there was friends who booked, small gigs for me, but it was really cool because it was me and my guitar and taking the train, and it was really cool. And
real troubadour stuff.
Yeah, and we have also done some as a duo. We've been to Germany to did some gigs, and Ireland and Greenland as well. I've been to Greenland a few times.
I heard there's a great scene in Greenland. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you enjoy the touring, or does it get very monotonous sometimes for you, or
no, I love the
traveling
touring.
part? Yeah, do you?
Because I don't tour so much, so I get bored. I mean, I have my job as a security, and then I take time off to go on tours. So when I go on a tour, I think it's really nice. I love it. I love it just, having one room, my little things, not so many things to worry about, and just have just this to think about, to go for breakfast, do the gig, go back, have a beer afterwards. And then I like it. Yes, I love it, because in my life at home, it's so many. I have 2 kids as well, so they're older now, but so I have a lot of things going on at the same time. And when you're on tour, you can just do one thing. I love that.
Thing. You're sort of, it's a lot of freedom to it as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, tell us about this song with Quiet Companion. It's called "Let It Slip Away."
Yes, I picked that one because I think the take is really it's got a good energy. It was a gig in Gothenburg. It's a long time ago. I think it's 2016 or something, and it's a song that I co-wrote with a guy called Bo Albers, which was on Gotland.
Bo,
yeah. And this song is about questions, that kids ask. And he was my kid, my son. He was kind of young, and he asked a lot of questions, and we built the whole song on questions and then reflecting as a parent, and we shared that experience, me and Bo, and it was really cool experience to write the song.
That was the common denominator, really.
And then I think the arrangement is cool as well, because first it was very straightforward, what you call it, a major song, you just played very simple chords, and then they found a really cool some kind of bluegrassy,
it twists
dobro. I love it. I love the arrangement.
Really is.
So I think I like the style of this, and I think the harmonies and the vibe is good on this. I like this take. So I think
you were saying, because you don't have so many. You were saying you don't have so many live videos.
No, not. Although we play a lot live. I mean, our audience are not the people who put films on YouTube. They're in the moment they forget to. And
that's really good that you have an audience that don't go to gigs with their phones in front of their face, isn't it? That says a lot these days, that they actually go to listen to music, that they don't sit there doing this, going, I am live on Facebook now at Sophie's gig,
No,
so,
it's true.
Yeah, amazing. That's good. It's a good thing that you don't have live footage. A lot of live footage. We'll play this, and we're going to come back and talk some more Fia in a few moments. My Quiet Companion, Let It Slip Away. Gorgeous song. Great production in this too. Great arrangement.
Why do I have to go to school every day? Don't wanna read and write, I would rather play. I wish that we could go down to the sea. Why do you have to leave me just to go to work? Why do we have to save all the money you earn? I wish we could take a day just to be near. Mama, why did you have to lose the love you found? Why do I have to miss my dad so much the week when he is not around? All of these questions at night, but I will stand by your side. Talk to you softly before you fall asleep. All of these worries at night, sometimes no answer in sight. Just hold my hand and let it slip away. Why don't more people talk exactly like me? Why are some people locked out while others are free? There's a lot of people not even allowed to talk. Why are there so who don't have any friends? Why are there some children so complete with their friends some can see and others cannot walk? Mama, why did you have to lose the love you found? Why do I have to miss my dad so much the week when he is not around? All of these questions at night, but I will stay by your side, talk to you softly before you fall asleep. All of these worries at night, sometimes no answer in sight. Just hold my hand and let it slip away. All of these questions at night, but I will stand by your side, talk to you softly before you fall asleep. All of these worries at night, sometimes no answer inside. Just hold my hand and let it slip away. Just hold my hand and let it slip away. Just hold my hand and let it slip away.
Yay!
Yeah.
Round of applause for Fia Ekberg.
Live
Gorgeous.
is
My quiet companion. Lovely trio. You sent me the website for your record label too. I'll put it up there.
Yes, if you want to check out.
So yeah, absolutely. When is the new album out?
26th of March.
26th of March.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And the new
I have it here actually.
Oh, you have it there. Look at it. Well, then we'll fix that. Yeah. Wow. On cacophone.com. Great. Well, brilliant. Congratulations on the new album. Congratulations on the new single too. It's really beautiful. I'll have to get a translation of it down the road.
Do you know what? Do you know what? If anybody wants a translation, I have it in English, so I can send it to the people who want it. If you.
Well, that's really sweet of you. Yeah. Well, or what we could do is maybe if you have a link to it recorded somewhere in English, maybe you do. Maybe we can put up a little list. No, you don't.
Just have the lyrics, but I have a friend in England who helped me.
Perfect.
So I'll send it if anybody wants.
Yeah, that's sweet of you. Thanks very much for that. What is I meant to ask you earlier, but what is your writing process like? Do you need to be in a specific zone? Do you need a guitar in hand? Do you take a lot of notes and then put it together later? How do you go about writing, Fia?
I usually record a lot of ideas, on my phone if I have a line when I'm out walking or something I think about, and then it usually works like that I put myself, with maybe one sentence that I love that I want to work with, and then I have the guitar, and then things come from there. I usually work like that all the time simultaneously. That's the normal process, and usually I write about things I know, so I really have to write about things I care about, otherwise it doesn't become any good songs. So
it's kind of a general rule, isn't it, for everyone? The old saying, you can only write what you know about.
Yes.
Number one, but I think it makes it all the more special when you can relate to it. I suppose sometimes you'd start a song relating directly to your story, but it can change and become about someone else's story or vice versa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love putting details in the song. So I like writing about big things, but I usually do it, through some small detail that I find or something that I love that. And
yeah, you're very.
And if you knew Swedish, you would heard it in the songs, but it's hard because it's different language.
Of course. Yeah. No, I believe you. We take your word for it. Anybody who tells me about Fia Ekberg tells me the same thing. So we absolutely know you're a great songwriter, and I hope you'll continue to do it through these dark times. Well, we have brighter times coming ahead. I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure we have. Yes, absolutely. And then hopefully it won't be 7 years till we meet again in real life.
No.
You're always very welcome down to Belgium, or come down with the guitar and come into the RWR room and sing a song. Hopefully that'll happen in the near future.
I'd love to. I'd love to go on a train. I think I would love to do a train tour next time I go on tour. Yeah, that would be cool.
I love trains as well.
Yeah.
It's a great way to travel. It's so relaxing, and there's no
yes, definitely.
No checking in and no messing around. You sit down and look out the window, let the thoughts go. I love trains too, for that reason. We're going to have one more song before I say goodnight to you. So before I say goodbye, let us know, if you would please, about this last song, the quiet night and still a knot.
Yeah, it's some kind of playing with a silent night.
Yeah,
Silent Night is the song, but the famous one, of course. But it's called A Silent Night, so it's just a little difference there. And it was written on a Christmas Eve. I got the idea on a Christmas Eve because I celebrated Christmas Eve for the first time a little bit by myself without my kids. They were I'm separated from the dad, so they live half time there. And it was like I had just said goodbye to them, and I took a walk, in my neighborhood, and it was so terribly lonely.
It was a little lonely moment.
It was a lonely moment, but it was also good for songwriting. So I found this, I just wrote about how it felt to walk there, and I also made this sort of language play with different Christmas poems, famous songs, I put them in, and then it was all about. It sort of ends that. We can't do this loneliness anymore. We have to find ways of, being closer to each other, old people. So it becomes like more also a kind of world comment to, how people are lonely and we don't care about each other and we should more and stuff like that. So it's, that was a nice little sound.
Was that me? Yeah,
I don't know.
It's outside. It's heading to Stephen's house there, I think.
Yeah, it tells you we're not lonely.
Exactly. It's heading to Stephen's house there. He noticed he's a guitar geek. He noticed your Stratocaster with maple neck.
Oh, did you? With
behind
the
you,
maple
neck? Well, I think it's a maple neck. I know. Can you reach it? You can. Give us a look at that, baby.
Look at that.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Look at that.
It is, isn't it?
Tell us a little bit about that for the guitar geeks watching.
Oh, I don't know so much about it. I know it's a Fender Stratocaster, and it's got it's a Mexican one, so it's got really cool noiseless mics. So I love it. I've played it for a few years. I'm new to the electric guitar, but I really like it, and I've had it in some gigs as well now. So I want to do more. And I have my acoustic one here. It's a Guild. Yes.
The Guilds are great. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the Guild, where you got it, how old it is, where it came from.
It was it's new production. It's called D50. It's this kind of bluegrass kind of old style. So but it's new production. So there's my son. He just
there's the son. Hello, son. Nice to see you. You're on YouTube.
He can't hear me because I.
No, he can't. No, that's all right.
Yes. Bless him. It was actually him who asked the questions in the previous song, so it was kind of good. It was his questions.
Oh, they were his questions.
Yeah. No, but I love this one.
This is a great Guild. Yeah,
I've had it for about 10 years, I think. I really like it. It's good.
Well, thank you for sharing those.
Pleasure.
Your two other babies.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Fia, I want to thank you very, very much for taking the time to come and chat with us and let us hear your gorgeous songs tonight.
Thank you so much. It's lovely.
Much appreciated. Lovely to talk to you too. Thanks for sharing your story. Thank you for your time. Thanks to all the viewers for watching. We're going to finish off with Instill in That. So once again, thank you so much, Fia, for being here, and hopefully our paths will cross in real life in the not too distant future.
Yes, that would be nice. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Did they say Hadebra? Did they say Hadebra in
Hadebra?
Hadebra. They say in Norway. Hadebra, Hadegot, and tusen tack from us in Belgium here and all your followers over there. Take care of yourself, Fia. Have a great week, and we'll see each other soon. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye for now. The wonderful Fia Ekberg, folks. Beautiful music. Please check out these videos. Some of these videos get a bit squashed, with the internet here. So please check out all these videos yourselves on your own systems at a later time. Hear them at their full potential. Thank you all very, very much for tuning in to our chat here tonight on Raving with Rua, number 78. No stream on Saturday. I'm taking a little break, but I'm back on the following Wednesday, which is the 17th of March. That is St. Patrick's night. I have a big live stream lined up here with multiple guests to chat and with me and to hear some great music. So hopefully you'll join us on St. Patrick's night here on Raving with Rua. Thank you all very, very much. We're going to leave you with this lovely song from Fia Ekberg once I line it up here, and it's called "And Still I'm Not a Silent Night." So with that, we leave you with this. Take care of yourselves. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Thanks once again to the lovely Fia Ekberg for her stories and her songs. See you next time on Raving with Rua. Enjoy yourselves. Good evening.
Jag ska önska mig en gungstol i julklapp, så att jag kan sitta i den och gunga mig till stjärnorna och hem. Så önskar jag mig en stol till, om du vill så kan du sitta i den. Jag ska önska mig en tröja i julklapp, så att jag kan värma hjärtat genom midvintern igen. Så önskar jag en tröja till, och om du vill så får du den för natten. En stilla natt, en stilla natt. Klockan ringer in mot midnatt som råder. Människor irrar runt i stan här som tomteblås brinner ut. När klockan ringer en gång till, om du vill ta min hand, vi går nu. En stilla natt, en stilla natt. Klockor bara slår och slår, världen fryser. Åren går och har sin gång, men släkterna följer släktesång. Ding dong, Som om vi tror på ensamhet, men allt vi vet är att det är så kallt och ingen orkar mer. Så om du ser mig här, så snälla sjung att det är jul igen och ta mig hem till guldstolar och stjärntröjor och hjärtan. För klockor slår och slår och slår och slår och slår och slår och slår. Men vi är här nu. Vi är här nu. Vi är här nu. Vi är här nu.